Biafra, superstars, media.
The celebrity for now. All right, dear friends, behold the Amaka will. Okay.
Okay, Amaka, the Prime Minister was here.
PM is here now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Amaka, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Hey, Amaka, I wanted to hear, hear from her for the very first time. And like I said, I have not spoken with her before now. So I don't think you are going to tell a lot of stories because, something is still going on. So, but just that, briefly share to Biafrans, your experience. But like I have assured you, through the Foreign Affairs Ministry of Biafra Republic, we will be here for you till the end. You are not alone. And that's what this Biafra government stands for. Whether you support this government or not, we will use you to set example to the Nigeria state that the bully against Biafrans is over. Anywhere in the world you bully any man, we will come for the person. So we will use you to set example, and it is going to happen for every other person, not just you, but that the bullying and the ethnic hatred against Igbo and Biafra people, the government has taken it up, and this will be the beginning of the end. So the Biafrans, there has been a lot of propaganda against you on social media, and as a lady you are, I know you have gone through a lot, and the internal thing will not be discussed public. The government will support you, both your legal representative, and then also making sure that we provide witnesses if need be. I believe that has been briefed. But we're not going to discuss the issue of the, what is in the court or whatever that is going on at this point. But just know that you are not going to be alone, and you will never be alone. We will use you to set example to Nigeria state. Nigeria is a defeated, ethnic, bigotry country, terrorist country, that all they do is to bully those who they call citizens and kill them. We've seen them kill protesters, those carrying their own flag, not Biafra. They kill them in the street. They shoot them dead. They have no regard to human life. They have no regard to women. They have no regard to children. And that is exactly what we are doing to provide alternative for Biafra people to have the right to live and the right to aspire to be whatever they want to be in life. And that's why we are doing what we are doing here. A lot of people will not understand the job we are doing until Nigeria begin to bully them like they have bullied you. Before you, then you know that indeed, actually, there is a hope. And only that when you discover there is a hope, you will continue to hope hopelessly on Nigeria. Nigeria is a failed state, and every Biafran, including those who are running for political positions in Nigeria, don't know that their life are like this until it will happen to them. And many people will not have the opportunity. And before you say something, let me also share a story with you. I have been watching different things on social media, how people contacted you and were using recorded your voice, your telephone conversation with them, and they were using it to do program. The IPOB Nigeria have attacked me since 2021. They have blackmailed me, called me Nigeria agent. I listened to the one who said that I'm a Fulani agent, and I was listening to hear him give you the proof, because he said he has a proof, So I was listening to see the kind of proof he wanted to give to you, but of course that never happened. So they call me Nigeria agent, they call me Zoo agent, they call me Fulani person, and all manner of names in order to demoralize me, and of course, in order to continue to do what I call the political pressure group, which what they were doing instead of fighting for Biafra. So anyway, there was this man who was fighting for Russia. a Biafran, who was fighting for Russia and was fighting against Ukraine. He made a video, several videos, and put on the pictures where he has a Biafra badge. And as a Prime Minister of Biafra, whenever I see anybody identifying him or herself with the Biafra flag, like I've just said for you, for example, even if you don't support this government, it doesn't matter. We want to use you and every other person, not just about you. So when I see anybody who is proudly identifying him or herself with the Biafra flag, I will be proud of that person. So I saw this guy, he made a video and had a Biafra badge fighting for Russia. And I posted this video or picture without making any comment because I don't know who he is. Now, immediately I made that post, they approached this guy, the people that were calling you, and I must say that you are very, very lucky because what I wanted you to do is to go against the gods of our land. So this guy, exactly what they did to you, or exactly what they did to this guy, is what they wanted to do to you. But you are very, very lucky you did not fall. Your hands are clean. So this guy, they approached him to make a video and condemn me. And he made the video just the way they wanted you to do. So he made the video, and before you know it, bam, the video was on social media, going viral. Oh, Simon Ekpa, don't post my picture. I am disappointed. Like he's not attacking me for no reason. I don't know whatever you are doing, and I don't believe in whatever you are doing, what I asked him to do. So after doing that, I said, okay, no problem. I have not done anything wrong by being proud of you for posting a video or a picture where you have a Biafra flag and fighting for Russia. Of course, the God of the land removed the protection they used to guide him in Russia war. And the next day or so, he got killed. He got killed. And of course, they tried to hide it. The brothers started posting on social media, giving a eulogy to him and all that. So we challenged them. Since they asked this guy to make a video, he went and make a video, and the Biafra land and the Biafra spirit that were protecting him left him immediately, and he got neutralized till today. They even went and tried to bring somebody else who dressed like him and cover his face to claim that the guy is still there. But till today, the guy is dead, completely dead, because the brother actually confirmed that. So why I share this story is that this is going to be, it is good that you did not fall for them. But like I said, I have not spoken with you before. But what I did is that I directed the relevant department of the Biafra government in exile, which is the Foreign Affairs Ministry of the Biafra, to swing into action and make sure that we protect you as a government. The main primary purpose of a government is to fight for its citizens. And even though we are in exile, and of course we are also in the homeland, the de facto government, which a lot of people don't actually know, it is a prerequisite requirement that is required of any government, is that you must be able to provide security of life and property of the people. We have done that in Biafra land. And it is not only in Biafra land, we are also doing it globally. And your own is in the public and is going viral because of the nature of the case. We have helped a lot of Biafrans that have had different problems in different parts of the world. But your own is a little bit peculiar because of the nature, and it has this ethnic hatred, which Nigeria state are the one engineering. You can imagine, in your own case, the entire Nigeria National Assembly within 24 hours wrote to Canada. These are people, and the worst part of it is that there are people who are from Biafra land, which we have given vote of no confidence because they doesn't represent the people that voted them or the people that they claim they are representing in Abuja. What they did was to join the Fulani Caliphate to condemn their own. And we listened to the fact that the idiot from Abia State, who is the speaker or deputy speaker, wherever he is, was part of those who wrote to Canada to deal with you as an Igbo woman. P2B, which you supported very much in 2023 election, also condemned you. It was when I was watching, because I don't like to delve into issues without having some background of what is happening. So when I have watched and listened to P2B and all of them condemning you, I said, no, that Biafra is for everybody who is answering Biafran name. And it is time we use you to set example, especially now that they have come for you, the Nigeria you supported so much, just like every one of us did in the past. I was one of the biggest. I said, anybody, if I can fight for Biafra, every other person that is shouting Nigeria today is just open kupu, because I suffered for Nigeria, fight for Nigeria, did a lot for Nigeria. So if I can turn around when I see that there is no way under Nigeria, I believe that it is just a matter of time. Everybody will turn their back. So we decided to come to help you. And that's why P2B, after our first tweet about you, P2B changed and withdrew the statement and begin to talk something different. But that is who we are. The same P2B, we have also made it very clear to Nigeria State that any day they arrest him, because we know they are planning to arrest him. Any day they arrest him, we will increase the resistance that we are giving them today, ×3. P2B is not part of what we're doing, but just the same hands of fellowship and the same open door we have for you, the same thing we have for P2B, irrespective of what he has done to us. Even if we are going to do anything, or if anything is going to happen to P2B, it must not be Nigeria. We will never allow them to do anything to P2B. And when I say this, a lot of idiots who don't know actually, who are not actually liking P2B, but they are on the social media trying to hide under him, they will say, oh, don't talk about P2B, don't talk about P2B. As if anything happened to P2B, they're going to stand for him. All of them will disappear. But that is not what we're here for. So, Amaka, you're welcome. I can see that you are having difficulty joining Zoom. Maybe you are not very conversant with the Zoom thing. So, but you are going to learn it. You are going to learn it. So, just give us a brief of what after transpired. Don't tell us the whole story, and don't tell us about your personal thing. Don't tell us about some of the things that I'm aware of. Don't tell us that. Just tell us you are fine and this is you, and we go from there. Thank you. Unmute yourself, please.
Excuse me, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so I thank you so much for your support. And I thank Mr. Charles and Sister Nena. They've been so supportive. I am so grateful, to be honest, because I didn't know them before, and they started calling me, reaching out to me. Even yesterday, I wasn't feeling very good, and I called her that I was not feeling good, and she talked to me like a mother. She told me what to do, to go get some lemon and some honey and mix it up and soak it up on my body, which I did, and I was very okay. I really thank her for her support. She's so nice, very calm, but sometimes she gets angry. But that's normal. We all human. Okay, so to be honest, whatever that happened, I didn't expect it to blow out of proportion, because it was just like a response that I gave to somebody who actually bullied me for being Igbo, and who called me slandered my name and the names of the Igbos as a whole, and wanted to change my history. At some point, I was thinking if actually my history that my parents told me was right, because you see some other tribes on social media telling you about your history, that the Igbos are slaves and things like that, which is highly unacceptable. I see a lot of people agree to that and say, oh, maybe it's true, but I'm not gullible because I'm not going to accept whatever someone says about me or my history or my people. You know, yeah, I think the federal government blew it out of proportion because it was a response from I don't want to mention their names because I was asked from the authority not to mention the names of these people at this point until the case is over. Yeah, so they made it like that, and I don't know why, but at this point, I started to realize because of my tribe, that's why it went overboard. Yeah, so like you said I shouldn't touch every base, but I'm just hoping that everything will be okay. But with you guys standing beside me, I'm very confident, and I really appreciate everyone. And at this point, I have decided to use my voice to, to bring the Igbos together, because I mean, I wouldn't say that I love Igbos so much, but I do love Igbos too much. That's the truth. But sometimes when I say this, people be like, oh, you always feel like you're the only Igbo. No, I have this passion. I didn't know the video was going to go viral, because you hear when I say that Igbo men are too quiet and things like that. That's how I feel, that Igbo should speak up. We should, our voice, our phone and everything is our weapon, and we have to use it. Your pen, your paper is your weapon. Your computer is your weapon. So you have to use it wisely, so yeah. So recently I have been talking about, bringing the Igbos together, because when this thing happened, I realized that a lot of the Igbos, there's a little bit of, yeah. So I'm trying to bring people together and, listen to everybody's complaint and, talk to a lot of people. Yeah. So I think everything is moving on well in my platform right now, because we are all working as one, yeah. So that is what I'm doing right now. And, yes, I'm really thankful. I don't want to touch every base. I'm really thankful for the community. And I say, Chukwu Gozie, everybody. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Amaka. Now you have a government, Biafra Republic government that take care of its people. So you just heard what our Prime Minister said. I think he's on the phone. Okay, PM, there.
All right, thank you very much. So, Amaka, I know that you've gone through a lot, like I said. You don't have to worry about this whole thing. You did the right thing. It is as a result of the bully. And I just know that you're not alone. So those worries of panicking and all that should not continue again from this moment. So you are not alone. You have us and we have you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you.
And this something is applicable to everybody, every Biafrans all over the world. It is time, Nigeria, we are going to teach Nigeria lessons. I came to this Biafra struggle with Iwe and Onoma to deal with Nigeria for what they have done to my people for decades. And I'm on a revenge mission. If anybody is thinking that I'm going to change or that I'm going to slow down, of it is, I have not even started. Nigeria need to be bombarded with atomic bomb. If I have access to it, I will bomb them, because that is exactly what they deserve. It's a country that is not supposed to be part of Committee of Nations. So let nobody deceive you into thinking that. We know that, of course, there are some kind of things you will say and it is not good, but remember that something made you to say it. And like I said, we will provide evidences of what pushed you. We are going to bring witnesses to support you any day, any time, till we see the end. of whatever Nigeria have planned against you. So that's exactly what you should know, that you're not alone. We are not a group. We are not a group. This is a Biafra government, and I believe that you have come to know that indeed Nigeria is not for you. Just like every other person, every one of us were one with Nigeria. In fact, in 2019, I was in the forefront of campaign for Peter Obi and Atiku. I was one of the leaders of the Peter Obi Atiku campaign group in Europe. I was one of the leaders. So before then, I have represented Nigeria for many years. So many of us, we know we have done one or two things for Nigeria, we believe in Nigeria, but we, of course, as we can see, the whole thing have turned to become something else. We did not know when Nigeria became an Islamic state. It was supposed to be a secular state. They restructured it through the constitution from the back door, and they are pushing it. Today, they are fully Islamic state. We have Muslim ticket, and Muslim president, Muslim vice president. Everything is Muslim. Before you know it, their plan is to kill everybody, and we resisted them. We are resisting them. So today, at least, they have called everywhere, European Union, Finland, and everybody knows Nigeria because we have exposed them to the world. And now they are calling international community. I do not know who is international community. They are calling the ICC. We are also in the ICC. We have written to them. We have over 500 pages of evidences. We have compiled a very brief summary of 37 pages of human rights violation against Biafra people. So we are waiting for them. So the same way they are using this threat, terrorism, to subjugate us and force us with the guns and barrels of the gun to one Nigeria, is the same way we are going to use those things to resist them. If they come with gun, we resist them with gun. If they come with bomb, we resist them with bomb. If they come with propaganda, we will also resist them with propaganda. So it is teeth to teeth, iron to iron, until the day we are going to be recognized as an independent state. And that is the process we are into now. So we are fighting using a multidimensional approach that never happened in the history of Biafra struggle. That's exactly where and that's why we're making progress today. Our military, Biafra Liberation Army, resistance fighters are doing a very good job. That is the reason you are not seeing terrorist attack in Biafra land. Otherwise, the way they hate us, by now, Benue will be child play, because they can never hate Benue State more than they hate us. But look at what they are doing there, you know. So if they had their chance, they will wipe us away within a twinkle of an eye. But here we are with Iwe to defend our land, our women and children. Nigeria will never have peace. They will never sleep until Biafra become an independent state. Thank you very much, Amaka.
Thank you.
And tomorrow, let them cut our celebrity Amaka in these 4 images now, and then the Yoruba Afonjas, they will be sharing it. Look, we told you. We told you Simon Ekpa, she's listening to Simon Ekpa. It's Simon Ekpa that is teaching her to poison people. Look at, she's there, because they say I'm the mentor, you know. I accept to be mentor, and that's why I would defend any Biafra. Every Biafra who knows something must stand and defend yourself. If they come with machete, carry machete. If they come with bomb, carry bomb. If they come with AK-47, carry AK-47. We don't hide anything anymore. It's a self-defense. We are going to defend ourselves to the last drop of our blood. So nobody should come and threaten you, and then you expect you to cool down. You want to be a civilized person. We don't do that anymore. Fire for fire. They have dealt with us for many years, and you say enough is enough. Today they are crying. You can imagine the Nigeria terrorist army writing to Amnesty International. They forgot when they were killing Biafrans in Nkpo. They forgot when they were killing Biafrans in Nnamdi Kanu's house. They forgot when they were bombarding people in the Aba school. Today they are calling Amnesty International. The same Amnesty International they condemn for reporting the killing of Biafra people. They say, Amnesty, come on, Simon Ekpa is savagery. You know, Simon Ekpa savagery. They have not seen savagery. The reason we released that Yoruba soldier is to send them a message, and that message is working. They have fallen into the trap. And let me tell you, other ones will not be lucky as him. They knows that very well.
Yes.
All right, let us
Um,
continue.
so, Nneweliwe,
There we
I just want to use just 1 minute to appreciate Amaka being here. I have been following Amaka of the case Amaka put her first on the 29th of August. By 29th, by 30, I spoke with her. 31, 1st of September was on Sunday. Something happened. We all felt bad. Amaka, please be aware that nothing I did that I did by myself. It was our Prime Minister's order. I call it order, ORDER. And that order came from up to the director of External Affairs Minister. I wish we can spotlight our sister, Dr. Irobi. So from whatever Dr. Irobi told me is what I did. Wow. And then because Charles is right there in your province, I also delegated him. So this is how the delegation.
Dr. Joy, you can open your camera if you are free.
So this is how the delegation.
No, it's not necessary. Thank you.
Thank you. The director of External Affairs, to me, the rep, and then to Charles. And I want to assure you here, I have already told PM have instructed me. I have raised a committee of 5-man committee, men and women, who will be physically present in the court on the day that your case will come up, unless it is by Zoom, because most of the cases, they do it by Zoom. If it is physical, you will see your brothers and sisters sitting there, raising thumb up, helping, supporting you. And among those 5 men, 3 are willing to be your witness, life witness. So we are here to support you. Yesterday, when I spoke to you, you say you are having pain. I said, that pain will clear. I told you what to do. When you want, I said, please do it. Are you not here? Shining like a China. So I thank you and I bless you.
We don't discuss any details here. So
thank you.
Can talk with that.
Thank you, PM.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll move. Thank you, PM. Thank you, Amaka, for coming. Bless you. Bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Mommy Nana, where are we at your program?
My people, my Biafran people, there you have it. You have heard from the words of our loving, darling Prime Minister and our sister, a woman we have come to love, a woman we appreciate, a woman who speaks for the Biafrans, a woman who stood up at a time when many were scared, the politicians, they were scared to speak out. Those you call your politicians in that Zoo Republic representing the so-called Southeastern states. Those you say they represent the Southeastern states, they saw the attack. The non-stop attacks on the Biafrans. And they said nothing about it. Until our sister came up. Our sister Amaka. She came up and she rose and spoke. As a warrior lady that she is, she spoke, she became an advocate for the Biafrans. She was the mouthpiece of the Biafrans. And suddenly, those who claim they believe in Nigeria, they love in Nigeria, those who give blind eyes to the plights of the Biafrans, they suddenly rose under one voice. They sent their stooge, their weapon, Abike Dabiri and the rest of them, to go all out to attack our sister in far away Canada. Think about that. They went as far across the shores, overseas, all the way to Canada to attack our sister, Amaka. They were chasing something abroad when the same thing was happening at home. In their local, in their contraption, people were attacking the Biafrans. In their contraption called Nigeria, people said the Biafrans, the Igbos must go. In their same contraption, people said the Biafrans, the Igbos, are not allowed to vote. They said they will throw you and they will kill and throw you in the lagoon if you dare come out to vote. The right to choose was taken away from the Biafrans. They attacked us. We were smeared. People were scared to identify themselves as being Igbos. Those around the boundary of Biafra, they were scared to identify themselves as being Igbos. They will tell you they are not Igbo, despite their name is Chichi, Nkechi, Adamma, Ojinika, Ojinika, Okpe, and the rest of them. They were scared of identifying themselves as being Igbos or being Biafrans on a macro level because the attack was too much. And like I told you, the bully in the classroom, when the attack is on a particular person, others around will be scared to identify themselves with that person. Until our sister came out and spoke. She was only responding to the arrays, the barrage of attacks, insults that the Biafrans were going through. She only responded. And the zoo thought they could bring down heaven on her, bring down fire and brimstone on her. Their intention was not just to report her to the Canadian government. Their intention was to find a way to bring her back to Nigeria, to make sure they destroy all her efforts. A lady who found herself in Canada, who left the Zoo Republic, that's more like a vision killer. She left a contraption known as Nigeria, a place created, a so-called country created by your slave masters. Those that love to be slaves, those that love their slave masters, those that love to identify themselves like slaves, the good slaves. Slave, obey your master. It is in the Bible that your Britain gave to you. Slave, obey your master. That's why you choose to remain one, despite you know you hate the Biafrans with a passion. The hatred you have for the Biafrans cannot even be quantified. You look to the left, the Igbo must go. You look to the right, the Igbo must go. You are doing your so-called election, the Igbos will be attacked. That some people were present that Donald Trump was elected. The then president of the USA, Igbos were attacked in that so-called Nigeria. And our sister was only responding. When she saw the videos from people like Nsema, when she saw the videos of the young man from Austria who was talking about poisoning the Biafrans when they come to celebrate with them, well-wishers coming to a party as a well-wisher in Austria. He said the moment he spots any Biafran person, he was going to put poison in the food he would serve them. That went through the ears of Abike, but she pretended. Those that claimed they believe in justice, they kept quiet. They gave that a deaf ear until our sister Amaka came up. She did what a right-thinking person would do to defend her people, defend her race, defend her nation. And suddenly, all hell was let loose. Like I said, the primary objective of the Zoo Republic was to find a way to destroy her residency in a foreign land. A woman who left Nigeria and now in search of happiness. She is now in Canada doing very well, helping herself, fending for her family. And because she is an Igbo girl, she responded to the ills being met upon her people. They turned around. She felt the might of the federal government of that so-called Nigeria, that even the House of Senate, they wrote to Canada. They wrote to the Canadian government demanding an arrest of this lady. But today we thank God that our Prime Minister, His Excellency, Mazi Ekpa Simon Njoku, he rose to the occasion. He did what he had to do, being the Prime Minister of the people, to prove that he believes in the rule of law. There is no bigger person or smaller person. Everyone is equal under the law. If it is being done to Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa will speak up. When it's been done to our sister Amaka, Simon Ekpa still rose to speak up. Simon Ekpa is the defender of the people. And from what you've just heard, you saw how he took his time to reach out to our sister, to let her know that she is not alone. Biafra, we are with her. And come what may, no matter what the Zoo government can bring against her, we have the evidence. We have those to testify. We have Biafrans that will come out to testify to the Canadian government. And I believe through this situation that our sister finds herself, through this quagmire, this conundrum that she finds herself, at the end, there will be light at the end of the darkness. She will use this as a story to pilot the affairs of Biafra and shine the ills that the Biafrans have been met every day in everything we do in that country called Nigeria. And I believe through Canada, through this situation in Canada, the whole world will understand that a government has risen up to protect their own. Through Canada, the whole world will hear about Biafra. Through Canada, the whole world will know that in Africa there's a place where they believe in the rule of law, where everyone is equal under the law. There is no bigger I or smaller you. There is no big man or small man syndrome. We are all equal under the law. And if one is being attacked, if one's right and law is being infringed, we don't care where you are. If you are far away in Vietnam, if you are far away in Austria, in New Zealand, in Canada, wherever you find yourself, the Biafrans will come for you. We will support you. We will fight for you. We shall be an advocate for you. And we shall spend the resources of Biafra to make sure you get justice. Amaka, you've heard from our Prime Minister. All your legal fees, consider it covered. You will not spend a penny from your account, from your bank. If you have done so before, we implore you to bring out all your costs, your itineraries, whatever you have spent on this case. You will not spend a penny in this case. I assure you that. We have a Prime Minister who is listening. We have a Prime Minister who is careful. We have a Prime Minister who is nice, who is just, who is fair. And I promise you, Simon Ekpa will keep every promise that he made out today to you, my sister. Amaka, remain strong. We are with you. As is said in your Bible, one with God is a majority. Today I am declaring to you that because you are with Biafra, you are a majority. Nobody can attack you. Nobody can smear your name. Nobody can tarnish your character, because we know what you did was to respond to the ills that your people have been met with. Nobody should tell you how to respond. If someone comes to slap me in the face and run, they don't tell me how to respond to the aggressor. Amaka, you are not the aggressor. We saw what happened to you, and we are saying we are proud of you. We know the game that the zoo they are playing, the dirty gutter zoo, the evil and satanic country that I hate with a passion. I hate that zoo with a passion. And we are saying we are with you, my sister. We are with you. You are our champion. You are now our superstar, our celebrity, and we shall hold you to a very high esteem. Amaka, welcome to the fold. Welcome home. Biafra is home for you. You see the zoo government, you assumed you believe in Nigeria, whatever. Today you have seen how they have condemned you. You have seen the way they crucified you in public just because of your tribe. Because they know you are an Igbo girl. They choose to spin things around, and they wanted to blackmail you, to tarnish your chance to make a better life in the Western world. Amaka, this same country called Nigeria, when the FBI from America, they were looking for the so-called man they tagged the super cop, a criminal who deals with drug dealers, a criminal who deals with fraudsters, a criminal who goes around arresting Biafrans, killing them and stealing their money from their bank account. When he was found wanting in the so-called Hush Puppies case, you saw what your zoo government did. They went and they protected their own because he was a Fulani man. They told the FBI, they came with a charade. They said he was involved in a drug indictment case. There was a video of him discussing about drugs. And the gullible fools in Nigeria, they believe that nonsense. It was the ploy to make the FBI to let go their case of extradition of that idiot, that criminal. They rose up as a super cop. They called him a super cop. His name is not even worthy mentioning. They called the criminal a super cop. And when he was wanted by America, the same government who is trying to attack you now, they protected him because he was part of them. They told America that he has a case, a drug case, and under the law of double jeopardy, you cannot try somebody twice in the same offense or concurrently. So they said he's found wanted, he's guilty of a drug charge, so he will be locked up in Nigeria. That's Nigeria for you. I know the American guy will just be laughing. The FBI, they'll be laughing, say, oh my God, Nigeria will always remain Nigeria. They will be laughing at them. They thought they were being clever by coming with a stupid kind of case against that idiot they call their super cop. And they assume that, okay, that way the FBI, they will let go. A man with a real case. The zoo government, Nigerian government came and they shielded him. But in your own case, my sister, you were only responding. You were only defending your people. You had the right to do that. But look at the way they came hard on you. What if you didn't have Simon Ekpa to be there to speak as an advocate? What do you think would have happened to you, my sister, if there was no one around you? Or what do you think would have happened to you if you were still based in Nigeria? My sister, at this point, you should be thanking your God that you are based abroad. Because if you were based in Nigeria, you will be sleeping in a deep night and the DSS would have come to your house. They would arrest you. Before arresting you, they will rape you. They will beat you and lie on you. And they will lock you up and throw away the keys. That's what they've been doing to the numerous women from the land of Biafra, still held in custody of the zoo without any form of trial or whatsoever. My sister, your story will be used to give out testimony to the whole world. The whole world will see how God will use your situation to shine light on Biafra. My sister, you are welcome home. We thank you, we love you, and we thank you for making the right choice. When those from the enemies, those who sold out Nnamdi Kanu, when they came to you and told you to make a video, a quick 5 minutes video, which you will use to attack your sister or your brother, your prime minister, they told you to make a video to attack Simon Ekpa. We thank God that even though it was done in the private, even though that communication, that discussion, that ploy, that plan, that way of cajoling you was done in the private, you came out in the public and you denounced them. My sister, you have done the right thing. And for that, we say thank you. This should be a learning moment for everybody. You must learn from the story of our sister, Amaka. At a time, she was dealing with something very, very important. At a time in her life when she was going through a battle that came from nowhere. Just one woman was dealing with the might of the federal government of Nigeria. Just one woman was dealing with the tribalism from the federal government of Nigeria. Just one woman was dealing with the nepotism. Oh my God. They only pick on you because they know deep inside. They hate you with the passion. Just one woman. She was dealing with all this. and the enemies they came from behind, they told her to attack Simon Ekpa, and your sins will be forgiven. Come out in public, insult Simon Ekpa, tell him thanks but no thanks. Keep your Biafra to yourself. I don't believe in you, Simon Ekpa. Keep your Biafra to yourself. I don't want to associate myself with you, Simon Ekpa. You are a nobody, you are a criminal, you are a charlatan. This was the plan of those that came to our sister, Amaka. But just like in the Bible, she rebuked the devil. The same way Christ in the Bible did, our sister, Amaka, rebuked them. And today, she is now having the favor, the glory of the people of Biafra. And today, she's shining like a million stars because the God of Biafra has taken her to his bosom. Today, she's protected by the government of Biafra, the Biafra Republic government in exile. Unlike the man in Russia, the Biafran soldier in Russia, who at the time our prime minister was blessing him for his courage of fighting for a foreign country and having the badge of Biafra on his military gears and uniform, we felt that was something of pride. I saw those pictures, I saw his videos, and I felt good about it. That a man fighting in the Russian army was given the privilege to wear the badge of a foreign country, which was his own country, Biafra. It was something to behold. And I believe our prime minister, when he saw those pictures, he chose to repost it because it was a good thing to do. It was a privilege for the prime minister of a country to repost a picture of you, a video of you, or even a comment of you. That's the highest level of reverement. You should be happy about it. For a while, this man felt good until the enemies came to that man and they told him to make a video. The same case as our sister Amaka. They came to the Biafran soldier fighting in the Russian army. They told him to make a quick video and rebuke Simon Ekpa. Unfortunately, in his own case, he fell for the trap. He fell for the okie doke. He made a video insulting, attacking Simon Ekpa for just retweeting his picture. He attacked Simon Ekpa. He said he does not believe in Simon Ekpa. And he insulted the Biafra Republic government in exile. Unfortunately, I repeat, unfortunately, the moment he did what he did, the God of Biafra departed from that man. And before you knew it, we heard the sad story of his demise in the Russian army. How a stray bullet from nowhere took him out. How a stray bullet from nowhere took that man out. Think about that, because what we are doing here is spiritual. What we are doing here is spiritual. We are fighting to liberate our people. We are fighting to liberate Biafra. I will give you all a revelation today. I was sleeping last night and I got this revelation. The Lord told me to tell Simon Ekpa, kudos! This war you are fighting has even gone, in terms of timeline, it has gone beyond the time Ojukwu was able to hold on to. Because in the case of Ojukwu, he held from 1967 to 1970. And he is telling me, the Lord told me, the God of Biafra told me, that from 2021 till now, under Simon Ekpa's watch, when you compare both timelines, we are doing well, we have stood stronger, We still keep on marching on, and we are fighting a good fight. We have some couple of months more than Ojukwu at the moment. So Simon Ekpa, we are doing a good job. We have not said, oh, no victor, no vanquish. We didn't fall for the tricks of the caliphate. In the time of Ojukwu, because there was no internet, we didn't know that America was already turning around. They were already coming towards the Biafrans. They were leaning towards us. There was no information. There was no telegram to Ojukwu during that time. He didn't get that message. It would have taken time to leave, the White House, to the Congress, and down to Biafra land. That would have taken months. But today, we are living in a global village at a time when information, they say can be very, very cheap but expensive. But today, information is just like that, at the snip of your fingers. So today, we know we are fighting a good fight. And because of information and technology, all Biafrans across the whole world, oh my God. In the time of Ojukwu, we were only confined in Biafra land. That's why they call us a dot in a circle. The idiot they call Buhari, that fool, he thought this was 1967 when we were only confined in a location. And they zeroed in, they killed the men, the women, the children, they raped our women. And if you're a young boy from the age of 15 to 18, they see you as a threat. They bring your right hands out and they chop off the 3 fingers, what they call the trigger finger. They would chop it off with a cutlass. When I was young, even some of you saw your uncles with, strange looking hands, and you were wondering, how come you are losing your fingers? I had an uncle who was missing 3 fingers. I was wondering, uncle, what happened to your finger? And he would just laugh and stroke my hair with his hands with missing fingers. And I was wondering, uncle, what happened to your hands? Today we know what they did to us, because then they had us in a confined territory known as Biafra, and they zeroed in on us. But today the Biafrans, we are scattered all across the globe. Any country you name, there is a Biafran there. So when it comes to funding of the government of Biafra will never lack funding. When it comes to empowering our government, we are there from around the whole world. And when it comes to speaking about Biafra, spreading out the news about Biafra, we are here, a heartbeat to the whole world. My Prime Minister, we thank you for the job you're doing. We appreciate you. And we say, in your hands, the coming of Biafra will be a reality. 1, 2, 3, very, very soon, it will be a reality. We have a timetable. We have a blueprint. We have a program. We have a project. And the project is going smoothly. So to my sister Amaka, I want to say, welcome to Biafra. Welcome to the government of Biafra. And welcome back home. We love you. We appreciate you. And we are saying to you, you are our champion. Welcome, welcome, and thank you for speaking out for us. Thank you for being an advocate for us. Thank you for speaking on the plight of your people. A mother always feels that way. Due to your nurturing nature, you felt you had to come out to speak. At the time when your so-called politicians from the Southeast, they were telling us to be weak. They told the Biafrans to become cowards. We should become sheep. We should keep our mouth shut. We should become humble. We should act polite to the enemy. We should be submissive to the caliphate. At a time like this, you rose up, my sister, and you said, no, 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 no. Biafrans, You are men and women designed the way you are to be confident, to have the prowess, to have the charisma. That's who we are. We shall not bow down to no one. It's in our culture, our way of life. They say the Igbos don't have king. There was a reason why things were like that. Because during those days, if you have just one particular king, Britain will just come and cajole the king, and before you know it, whatever the king says, the people, they follow. Whatever the king says, the people, they obey. So till this day, Britain is angry with the Biafrans because we are the only ones that their so-called principles of indirect rule, their policy of indirect rule was not effective when it came to the Biafrans because we had no figurehead, no ceremonial head for them to speak to and tell us indirectly what Britain, the so-called white man, wanted us to do. Our slave masters, our oppressors, they came to enslave us, but they came with a new term, colonization. Britain, oh Britain. The Biafrans, we know the game you play, and we are saying we are done with Nigeria. The marriage of Nigeria is done. From 1914 to 2014, the 100 years has been exhausted. We are now on borrowed times, and we are saying from the 2nd of December, we are going back home to restore Biafra. Oh, happy days. Oh, happy days. When Biafra comes, we shall rejoice in the sun because we are children of the rising sun. Oh, happy days. Oh, happy days. When Biafra comes, we shall rejoice in the sun because we are children of the rising sun. Amaka, you're welcome home. No. May God bless you. My PM, I thank you for being a good leader, a good father, and somebody that I love and I would die for. I will live 1,000 years for you. I will keep on serving you. Till the day I die, I will be with you. I will live and die for you. That's all I want to do. To actualize Biafra. That's my dream, and that's true. From me, from here, for now, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I remain yours truly, Biafra, Superstars Media. God bless you.
Yeah, Biafra. Yeah, Superstar Media. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra. I wanna know. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra. I wanna know. We going back to the land. We going back to the motherland. Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the land. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the land.